Hi, I'm Charles Curcier from the Stanley News and Press, and welcome to the Pfeiffer Men's Basketball Coaches Show. This is our season preview for the 2011-2012 season, and we're here with Pfeiffer head men's basketball coach Jeremy Currier. Coach, it's really great to see you again and great to be back here at Pfeiffer.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk a little bit just briefly about last season. Obviously 11-16, but losing just a tremendous player in Chris Woods, and of course Jeff Pettaway as well. But Chris Wood was just such a larger-than-life player, highly successful all 4 years here at Pfeiffer. Talk a little bit about that loss.
I think Chris as a player was, the player of the year in our conference last year. He was an All-American. He's the most outstanding player at the Division II All-Star game. Averaged 24 points and 10 rebounds a game. That's going to be big shoes to fill. Not only that, but the history of our program, we've had very few four-year guys coming through in the last 5 years, and Chris is one of those guys, and he certainly will be missed on and off the court.
You've got a lot of new players coming in this year, Coach, but you've got three in particular that you were talking to me earlier about, Division I transfers that you lit up when you talked about them. Let's talk about those.
First guy is Casey Anuna. Casey comes from Middle Tennessee State. 6'4" guard, big strong guy, great work ethic, leader tendencies. Very excited about what he's done the first week of practice. Has really set the tempo of, we're trying to create a winning culture, and Casey brings it every day.
Sure.
Then we have two guys from Morgan State, Danny Smith and Desmond Thomas. Desmond is a point guard, won a national championship at the AAU circuit, has won championships every stop he's been. Very excited about him and what he brings not only to the court but to the locker room in terms of leadership. And Danny, we feel like Danny has a chance to be a special player for us this year. He's a 6'2" point guard, big strong guy, can get to the basket, can shoot the ball well, and really can guard, which we lacked last year. So I think all three guys come in with a purpose and come in for taking over a young team that they're excited about the challenge ahead of them, and they've done a great job in the first week of our practices.
And of course, new freshmen coming in, including the big fella,
yep,
6'7", Chris Kemp. Tell us a little bit about him.
Chris, we recruited Chris for about a year. We were one of the first schools to really see him out there. Comes from the Baltimore area. He's 6'7", 240 pounds. He had good hands, great footwork. He's strong. He's raw in some areas, but he's like a sponge when we're out there. And we've seen tremendous growth in his ability in a short amount of time. And physically, you just can't teach that type of size. And once we get him into that game shape, where we like to get up and down a little bit, we feel like he's going to be a big asset to our team. He's a great rebounder. And we feel like he's going to be poised to step in and replace Chris Woods, down the road. Another guy that's really jumped out is Tayron Gibson, from the Northern Virginia area, 6'3" guard. Really can play all positions for us. Averaged nearly a triple-double on a team up at Potomac Senior High School that won over 25 games last year and competed for a state championship. And Tayron is a guy that has versatility. He's got a good frame for a young guy. And same thing over the 6 weeks of preseason here. He's just trampolined himself, right up to the top of our depth chart.
Speaking of returning players, one in particular who I've enjoyed watching play is just because of the energy and the fluidity that he brings out on the court is Reggie Hollinger.
Yeah, yep. Reggie is much improved. He's had a great preseason. He's working right now through an ankle sprain. We're excited to get him back this week. But he's put a little bit of weight on. We feel like he's really going to step in and take that. Really last year was our best guard. He got about 12.5 points per game, about 4.5 rebounds per game in limited minutes. And he is in the open floor. He's electric. He can change speeds with the ball, change direction. He's shooting the ball better this year, and I think he has a different look in his eye. When you lose a guy like Chris, it forces other people to step up, and I do think that Reggie is ready for that challenge.
Preseason poll released last week has you picked 8th, and then in the new divisional play, 5th in that division. Your feelings about that?
Not a big surprise. You lose Chris Woods. We finished 5th with a 9-9 record in the league last year, and you lose the best player in the league. So We've got 13 new faces in our locker room. There's a lot of people here that on our roster that have never played a possession here. So, we're trying to get a system in, and last year University of Connecticut was picked 10th in the Big East. They went on to win the national championship. So it's really not where you start. It's not a surprise for our players.
Sure.
But we're focused on the challenge ahead. The league is very strong. A lot of teams have moved forward and continue to do a great job with their recruiting efforts. And right now we're trying to backfill a little bit. Our three seniors are, they're pretty new to our program.
Sure.
Our only returners are Josh Humphrey and Reggie Hollinger with any experience. So,
right.
We're moving forward, and we're excited about the season, and we feel good about our personnel, so I think we'll be okay.
Let's talk a little bit about divisional play. It's brand new this year. You guys are in an absolutely murderous division. Just a lot of tough teams in that division. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, they by adding King College and North Greenville, they've decided to go to the divisional play, which has been bounced around a little bit throughout the history of the league. For us, it's for men's basketball. It is challenging because you've got some of the stronger teams over the last couple of years, with Mount Olive and Barton and Queens is obviously very strong. Entering the season national ranked this year.
Sure.
Coker, who Coach Schmotzer down at Coker is a heck of a coach and always coaches his guys up. So, it's one of those things where there's no off nights, and there never has been here. But it makes it difficult. We play those guys twice, and we play the Western Division one time per the year. So. We're excited for the challenge, and you can only play and beat the teams on your schedule. So
sure.
Whoever we get, we've got to prepare and get our guys ready and do our best.
Coach, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck to you guys. You're starting on November 11th at Catawba at the Highway 52 Classic. What are your thoughts about that to begin the season?
It's always a great challenge. We played Catawba the last couple of years, and we play them early, and I don't think Jim or I like the game a lot because we're 20 minutes away, and their guys are excited. Our guys are excited. We only have about 15 or 20 practices under our belt. They're a great program. Jim does a great job. They've been to the tournament for the last 6 years. We respect what they've done, and but more importantly, right now, we've got to take care of in-house here. We've asked our guys to focus on giving us maximum effort and improving every day. We feel like we can control those things, and we're going to keep moving forward, and we've got to keep getting better.
Coach, I appreciate your time very much.
Thank you.
This has been the Pfeiffer Men's Basketball Coaches Show. I'm Charles Curcio from the Stanley News and Press. We'll see you next time.